Okay, guys, backed up beyond belief. I mean, I've got enough content. I've done in math for 2 to 3 videos for the rest of the year and then some. I mean, I've got stuff all the way back from Toronto. I realize I haven't, that's October of last year. I haven't released. Florida, Dallas, you still got plenty of stuff to come from me. But I thought this would be a good time to drop in a video that I filmed getting feedback from Mike Sweck in the unique home audio room at Expona, where I still have tons of videos. I've done over 80, I think, already. I got more from Expona. But this is a very important video, and it parlays on the last video I did, showcasing, if you haven't watched that, definitely watch it, John Harlow's taking delivery of the Popori WR1, the install, and his feedback. Definitely watch that. But you're going to see why this is a common theme. You've seen it with my other videos with Van. You've seen me talk about potpourris. I still got to do a video reviewing this. You're going to see as well Dave, who you've seen on my channel, his WR3 video installation soon. But this is feedback from Expona that I think you're going to appreciate and find out what's coming soon. It may be coming to your area with some dealers very soon. Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. Going to get right to the video here. As I mentioned in the intro, this is an excerpt from a 2-hour Zoom I did with my members and some experts, including Ralph Karsten, who also gave some feedback on the potpourri. I forgot about that. I've given you feedback on that. I've tried to give you as many different opinions, actual customers, actual experts, myself, why this speaker is resonating so well with people. And yeah, a lot of people say, yeah, I mean, it's hundreds of thousands in sales in just literally a few months. I haven't even asked Mike Sweck recently what his total is. But, you know, yeah, okay, an influencer is behind you. I decided to buy it. But it has to actually perform for people to really resonate. It has to actually pass people's demos at the show. And so what I'm going to share with you today is some feedback that Mike Sweck and his wife got from the show, from organizers, because I wasn't in that room a lot. I was actually doing those 70 plus videos that I released. I wasn't in there like I was in the past. So this was news to me, a lot of the feedback he was getting on the potpourris. And this pair that was in that room is the pair that's going to Doug's house. So I'll eventually have that. But I wanted you to hear this excerpt from the Zoom, and I've got plenty more to come. Stay tuned. Back to Michael Sweck. I think, though, you can't say much more than Ralph says. You can't get more pedigree than Ralph. Hearing everything, and basically I know Ralph has been his stuff. I remember it being with the Sound Labs, his OTL amps at shows, so he knows electrostatics very well, much less any speaker, of course he knows. But that endorsement alone is very important. But you had some other testimonies you were telling me earlier. Is that right, Mike?
Yeah, well, I want to thank Ralph for partnering with me with the room. So, and he was very missed. People all day long, all weekend were, is Ralph here? Where's Ralph? Where's Ralph? Fortunately, he went home sick, but there's a lot of people coming in to say hi to him. So I told them I'd pass it along. Yeah, I was actually very nervous about Expona because it's such a big show, and potpourri is such a newer name. And I didn't tell Melissa, I'm like, man, was this the right decision? And by far is our best show with the response. I thought I couldn't believe that big of a show 3-4 times, seeing the same people throughout the weekend. One guy came in every day, and then he actually told me Sunday that when they left the hotel Saturday night in a packed shuttle to go back to the hotel, he's like, he goes, congratulations, everybody was talking about your room in the shuttle. The Magnum Pan guys were in 5-6 times. Even at the end of the show, the one guy asked me how much for accommodation for being in the industry to get a pair. The Hagel America guy, he was in dozen times, bringing people from his room over to our room. So I was really, really surprised at that response. Just like Lincoln's guy said, people are like, you know, the 300,000 our systems aren't even touching this. So the accolades from the actual people were what I take more than anything, because it was, the feedback was incredible. Well, Melissa's heard all of it too, so.
I know. I'll say one quote that really stuck out from one person. I even put it in my phone to make sure. I told Mike, he was in the room, listened for several songs, and then he stood up and he said, This is why I come to these shows, to hear things like this. And
Wow.
that, I mean, that was enough right there.
Well, that
You're
pair,
lucky. You're always lucky if you can come to a show and somebody actually likes the room. It's so hard.
well, Mike, I know one person in particular is buying. He was calling me at 10 o'clock at night in my hotel room to ask me questions. He had come back multiple times and was at the show even after hours on Sunday auditioning. And I think you got a quote from him even. What was the quote?
He was talking so fast, and it was something pretty much along the lines of, it's the second time in my life that I've had audio bliss.
Another system he was comparing it to was $1 million system somewhere. Yeah, he was in way past 4 o'clock, and we're like, we gotta break down. But yeah, he was.
Oh, he was
blown away.
meticulous. This is one of the most meticulous guys I've ever encountered at a show, because not only was he calling me after hours to get some more information, I saw him when I was going around. He was going to every room and very meticulous, studying each speaker, getting in the sweet spot. He had specific tracks he was requesting. This was a very thorough audiophile with very high-end system. And actually, he told me, because he was asking my assistants to sell his Martin Logan neoliths for the WR2s. So that's a pretty big deal for Martin Logan neoliths to be replaced with the WR2s alone. That pair is going to Doug. That's his pair that was at the show. It was in my room first. Doug let me borrow it. Now I've got the sale model, but the HyperSails is what it's called. But yeah, that is a big kudos to Popori. I think you're having a Zoom with them tomorrow. People are selling their Martin Logan neoliths for just the WR2 level of the Popori. That's about as big an endorsement as you can get from a very thorough audiophile. I was getting a lot of industry people that were going in that this is their first chance to hear the Poporis, giving a shout, hey, Jason, that room, the Poporis, that's sounding really good. These are industry people. So yeah, great job. Big thanks to Ralph's amp and preamp. Big thanks to Norman. Big thanks to the Bach. We were able to get rid of some major issues in the room with the Bach optimal room correction. And then also, not to leave out Angela Gilbert Young's power distributor. That's super important to get the power, find the one good outlet that you could plug into, and then have 8 that can piggyback off of that. People were very interested in that.
Audio racks.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people are commenting on the audio racks.
Ultrasonic racks by Tate. Those are great. So yeah, it was a great overall show that I was a little worried as well. The small room. We didn't bring subs. People were probably looking, where are the subs? And
if I got paid for every time someone asked where the subs were, I wouldn't even have to sell the speakers. It was nonstop. It was a joke after a while. So yeah, that was nice. And we have to give one more shout out, because thank you, Dave, for all your help on Sunday, because I would have been doing all that by myself. And as a customer, that was very nice of you to help me.
Well, we had talked earlier about how strange it was that some people just refused to get a good seat. They want to stand in the hallway back there when their seats are open, or if there's a center seat, they want to sit off to the side. And
they're very shy.
Yeah, they're shy.
I don't know what's that all about. You know,
That always happens, and I can't explain it either.
Usually it's only when Dave's in the room, they want to stay as far away as possible from Dave. When I'm there, no problem. Everybody wants to go. But yeah, thank you, Dave. Yeah, it was awesome what turned out to be, because Tampa and Dallas were amazing shows. You had several sales in all of those shows. And so to have even better response here at Expona is saying something. And I think Michael Amster mentioned Aaron from Aaron's audio, whatever.
Aaron's audio corner.
Yeah. I linked that because somebody sent it to me and said the Poporis were mentioned in there. Yep. And all he told me is that he was very impressed with the bass or something when he went in there. So I don't know what else he might have said, but in any case, or if he got the sweet spot or anything like that. But in any case, that's that's pretty nice. I think Carlo LaRossa went in there. He was very impressed.
Yes.
Would like to have a review sample.
Yeah.
We just don't have any. Everybody's buying them up. And I don't know if somebody from Absolute Sound was going in there, or somebody, I think his videographer went in there, was very impressed. So
Alan
anyway,
Taffel came in. He was
Alan,
very
okay.
impressed. Carlos said he was very impressed. He was just worried about the height of his listening area to get a pair. And I said, well, we got the WR3s that'll fit, no problem. So yeah, it was well, first of all, I thank everybody again for all the help and positive feedback and getting the room dialed in. So but yeah, I was on cloud 9 with the amount of feedback. I was really overwhelmed. I wasn't even sure I wanted to do the show. I kept telling Melissa, oh man, I don't know. But yeah, it was well worth it. It was
Best show so far.
most dealers. I mean, I have so many cars from now.
Oh,
that
Clayton
want to be dealers.
Shaw. Clayton
Yeah.
Shaw
Yeah.
came in,
Yep.
and everybody knows Clayton Shaw, very respected open baffle speaker designer, one of the most respected, does a great job, and he wants to carry the Popori in his, yeah.
6 pairs.
He wants 6 pairs. Yeah.
Ones,
This is
2s, and
unprecedented.
3s, and a backup.
I mean, you just heard from Michael Amster with Linkwitz. They don't usually make sales at shows. Every show we've gone to, tons of sales, and even dealers signing up. So that's a great testament to you guys setting up the room. And I wasn't even that much, although there were several Bach sales as well this weekend, because the Bach was a large part, and the two go hand in hand great. Edgar's not on this call. I'll do a separate one with the DRC squared. That was blowing people